All right, Ethan, joining the show now. He's our buddy. He's the mayor of the great city of Danbury. We're talking to Dean Esposito. What's up, Dino?
Hey, Dean.
Good morning, guys. Great to be here.
It's good to have you. I got more response in the last week from the segment that we did with you than I have in a long time. So people really appreciated you coming into the station and talking things out with us.
I did this. The same thing happened to me, Lou. Believe it or not, I got a lot of response from that interview and the stuff that happened last week. And as I said then, I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys every week.
And Boughton had me laughing because this morning we had to ask him a question about some state funding. And I said, did anybody tell you about the thing between Dean and us? And he said, I got about 350,000 phone calls.
I did hear that on the show this morning. And Mayor Mark is a lifelong friend of mine, but he's turned into like a father figure for me. He calls me up and he advises me, and what are you doing here? Don't do that there. And I really appreciate Mark's input, and I love him like a brother. You know that.
Yeah. Now, what we didn't get to talk about, in the last couple of weeks, was the beginning of your tenure here as mayor. A lot got lost because of our, beef or whatever it was. And what I did hear you say was that you've been really busy, putting your attention into the city, and there's a lot of different areas that need attention right now. What would you say those areas are?
Well, I got to tell you, Lou, from day one, right in the first week, I'm a rookie mayor, and the phone rings at 6:30 in the morning, and it was the police chief, and we had an issue up at the high school with a supposed gun, shots fired. It was a few weeks back, but it ended up being not a reality. But, when you hear that at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And then later on in the day, one of the students made a threat on the computer, which the police department tracked down and solved as well, as far as a bomb threat. So I'm into the first day, maybe the second or third day, with this on my plate, right? And I said, well, here we go. But, thank goodness for the police department. They did a great job and resolved that there were never any real threats there. You know what's happening out there. We got the COVID numbers went way up again, and we were doing testing that which turned into a huge undertaking for us, because it was we turned into a regional center up there at WestCon, and we had thousands of people coming every day to get those test kits. And credit to our staff in WestCon security and WestCon and the state over there, the university, they stepped up and gave us all the help that they could, and we provided those kits to as many people as we could, as many kits as we had. But that was a huge undertaking, because a lot of people showed up. It was unbelievable how many people actually came to get those kits. And we provide that testing every day. We were providing 700 to 800 physically test people every single day down at Rogers Park at Pat Walden, which I'd like to say reopened now, and it's still in operation, so people can go there every day. But and then we had the school system where the COVID attacked that as well, meaning that the teachers were were unable to attend school because they got sick. And then the biggest thing was the bus drivers. We were out of bus drivers because they were sick, and they needed to, stay out of work for 5 days or so. And God bless our superintendent, Kevin Walston. He's new as well. So we call each other and bump things off each other as I would call it a couple of rookies. Well, we were both second in command for a while, but it was a tough first couple of weeks, I got to tell you, because of everyday operations. But we take them on and we address what's happening and we resolve the problems.
And it was an interesting phenomenon with those tests, right? Because once the city said, okay, we're going to distribute these tests and we're going to make them available to you at this place, because you were up there was a rush of people up there, but it also impacted the ones that were for sale. So for a few days, the demand for these tests was so high, you couldn't get them if you didn't go to the event that you guys hosted, and then now they're widely available. It's like everybody all wanted it at one moment,
It reminded me, and I don't want to make it a joke or anything. It reminded me back in the day with the Cabbage Patch stuff. My daughter kids wanted that toy, and that was it. The rush was on. But unfortunately, fortunately, the state did provide those tests. I know the governor had a little bit of logistic problem in the beginning. I give the state credit for stepping up and providing those tests for us, and then we could provide them to our citizens. And as you know, Lou, it turned into a traffic issue for us in the beginning. But like I said, our staff here in Danbury, they step up and they resolve the problem by relocating with the support of the university. And there were a lot of, oh my gosh, there were so many people. It was unbelievable.
Will there be a second home COVID-19 test distribution event or no?
I think there will be. I just heard yesterday they were going to reallocate more testing for it. Bring them to Danbury. But our distribution is going to be a little bit different through the health department. And we're going to have social services in different areas provide the service of handing them out. That was the last feedback I got from our health director, Kara Prunty, who's outstanding. She does a great job.
Dino, we appreciate you. We're happy that we're back on track. Thank you for your time, and we'll speak to you again next week.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a good week.
Thanks again, Dino. Take care.